Well, guess what? I can just lay my head back on this and do the live from here. Not bad, is it? No, not bad at all. Happy Monday, people. I'm celebrating beard progress today. It's getting better. It's getting better. Also, update on the weight. I'm down 2 kilos, so it's been 2 weeks. So roughly, obviously it's probably been about maybe 700 grams lost so far. 2 kilos, obviously there's water weight and things like that. So just losing a little bit of weight from the initial water weight and then the extra little bit of weight that I've lost so far, which has been great. And it's also been great because I've actually started drinking again, drinking alcohol that is, after having a 3-year hiatus, which is crazy. Getting back into it, and guess what? I've been okay. I've been able to still lose weight, magically, because I'm still tracking my calories. And that's what I want to show you. Like, I want to show you that you can actually achieve results. You can actually still do the things you love and lose weight. Because I'm not looking to be look lean and shredded. I'm just trying to lose some weight. And being able to do that is simply by making sure that I am tracking my calories diligently. So, apart from that, another way that you can actually stay on track, which I want to talk about before I get into the details, is, no, I like my face like this, is that if you feel like you're struggling with trying to lose weight and you, it's just really hard for you to stay committed, hey Maddie, there are a couple of ways you can do it. Number one is you do what most people should do, is get a coach. Because when you have someone else to keep accountable to, it's much easier to stay on track because you know someone's going to be watching you. You know someone's going to be checking in with you. You know someone's going to be there to motivate you when you feel low. And you don't really feel like you want to let them down. So having someone there to keep you personally accountable and on track is really, really key. But another way you can do this is actually by raising the stakes. So if you have someone like a trainer who's going to keep you on track, you're going to be paying them money. So you want to make sure you're pretty consistent when it comes to dieting and nutrition. Otherwise, it's like, well, I'm actually wasting my money. But another way is if you can cause negative outcomes, that if you do something bad or if you fall off track, you have a negative outcome of paying money, right? So let's say you are supposed to be on a diet and you say, if you fuck up, you will charge yourself $50 and give it to someone. Because if you do something like that, it's going to be a negative incentive. When you have a negative incentive, you're more likely to want to stick to it. Now, is it the best thing? Maybe, maybe not. But for some people, that's what they need. Like if you can't afford a personal trainer, or you don't want a personal trainer, or you don't want someone to keep you accountable, having someone to do that instead is just another way. Because there's a lot of different ways out there. You've got to find what works best for you. Because some people are motivated by, let's say, moving away from negativity, and some people are motivated towards moving to positivity. So you can use that 2 different ways. You can either have a negative outcome for if you do something, let's say, quote unquote wrong, or you could have a positive outcome for doing it right. So, you adhere to your diet for 2 weeks or a week, whatever it is, and then you reward yourself for, let's say, a massage, or reward yourself for something nice. Clearly not go and eat a shitload of food, because that's not going to be the best thing either. Or you have a negative result where if you do something, if let's say you don't stick to your diet, or you don't stick to your calories, or whatever it's going to be, then you can have a negative result. So that way you can find out what's going to be better for you, whether you're someone who's driven by like a positive result, or whether you're someone who's driven away from negativity, like a bad result. Because once you can understand that, once you can understand which type of person you are, you're going to understand how motivation works for you and how you can actually incentivize yourself to get towards where you want to go. So it's interesting to kind of sit back and have a think about, like, in the past, have you thought about wanting to move away from pain, or have you thought about wanting to move towards pleasure? Because we both want to do both, obviously. Like, you want to clearly move towards pleasure, which is where you want to go, and you want to move further away from pain because you don't like where you are. But one's going to be more of a influence than the other. So just think about, what do you feel like would influence you more? You can try and start with a positive outcome first, and if the positive outcome doesn't work and you're like, you know what, I don't seem to be getting motivated by this, then you can try and choose the negative outcome and see if that one's going to work better for you. And once you figure that out, then you can use that to your advantage. So that's a little quick tip. But anyways, what I was thinking about that I want to talk to you about today is, I got a question that came through email, and he was asking me about pre-workout. And I say to people, if you need to take a pre-workout and you can handle caffeine and you want to spend the money on it, go for it. You can do it if you want. But the question he said is, I take pre-workout before I go to the gym at 11 o'clock at night, and then I can't sleep afterwards. What should I do? And I was like, well, you probably don't want to take the pre-workout, because if you're having something at 11 p.m. at night, you're definitely going to interrupt your sleep. Like, you're taking something with a lot of caffeine in it, and then you're going to work out, and then you're expecting to be able to go home and go to sleep at, let's say you work out for 45 minutes to an hour, you come home, another 15, 20 minutes. So by that time it's 12:20, like 12:30, right? If you're expecting to be able to go to sleep, there is not a big chance, unless you're a very, very fast caffeine metabolizer. I don't think you're going to be able to go to sleep that fast. So what I would say is try and change. If you're able to stay up that late, which probably means you go to work later in the morning, you probably want to try and do that first thing in the morning before you go to work. Because if you can do that and you can have your, let's say you wake up in the morning, take a pre-workout, then you work out, you've got all day to get rid of the caffeine. But if you're taking it at night, if you're disrupting your sleep because of that, that's not a healthy thing for you. And I would really recommend you don't. If you don't have the energy to go to the gym after work, then you need to look at the times you're waking up, the times you're doing things. Because that could be, like, if you can swap that around, it's going to be much more helpful. But if you're trying to do that every single day, if you're trying to go, I'm going to work all day, then I'm going to come home from work, then I'm going to train at 11 p.m. with some pre-workout caffeine, it takes 8 hours, I'm pretty sure, 8 to 10 hours to clear half that caffeine from your system. So if you're taking a pre-workout and let's say it's got 400 milligrams or 300, let's say 250, let's just say it's safe to be 250. 8 hours later, which is now 7 a.m. in the morning, you still have half that caffeine amount in your body. And if you still have half of that caffeine amount in your body, you're going to have a very, very tough time sleeping, especially if you're more of a slower metabolizer of caffeine. So what you want to think about is, first of all, look at the times you're waking up, look at the time you're going to work. If you can swap that around, if you can wake up, if you can go to bed earlier once you go to work, once you get home from work, you can wake up early in the morning, have your coffee, have your pre-workout, whatever you're going to do, then go to work and set yourself up for the day. You will have a good 8 to 10 hours to clear that caffeine out of your system and get a better night's rest. Because the most important thing, I would say in that situation, is to get good quality sleep. Because even if you're working out, what happens when you work out, you break down your muscles, right? So when you're breaking down your muscles during the workout, the recovery period happens when you're not working out, when you're resting, when you're having good nutrition, and when you're having sleep, right? And if you're not having good sleep, if you're going to have a workout and then you're getting home at, let's say, 12:30, and you wake up a few times during the night and you actually can't get a good quality sleep, like a good deep sleep or anything like that, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You may make a little bit of progress if you're lucky, but usually when people have lack of sleep, they also start to get cravings. And if you have cravings, then you start overeating, then you're just digging yourself into a deeper hole. So I would say in that situation, the best thing you can do is to try and just change your routine, try and exercise in the morning when you wake up before work, and then go from there. Now, if you can't do that, I would just it's very hard, because if I would say, look, don't obviously use any caffeine before you go and work out, but that's also a hard thing because it's 11 p.m. at night. I mean, if you can do it without caffeine, if you can go in just for a light half an hour workout, absolutely. Because any caffeine will disrupt your sleep. That's the biggest problem. So it's really up to you. I can't really give you a better answer than that without, telling you to not use caffeine at all, which you probably won't. And you might not like that answer, but it's the truth. Like, that's going to be the only thing you can do. You can try less caffeine and see if you get a good effect. Like, I guess you could have a shot of coffee, which is about 80 to 100 milligrams, and if that shot of coffee gives you enough energy and you can sleep on that, that might be okay. But still, you're really not in the best situation there. I would just say try and change your sleep pattern around if you can, if you have the luxury to do that. If you can, great, because you're going to be getting better sleep, you're going to be training better, you're going to be clearing the caffeine out of your system if you're training in the morning as opposed to training at night time. Second question I got asked was, this is a weird question because I've never got asked this, about is there a specific type of underwear you've got to wear when you're training? Like, is there better underwear for exercise? And I was like, not that I know of, that there's a good, like, I guess you can get skins if you tend to get chafe maybe. I personally just wear normal underwear when I train because I don't get chafe, but if you do, like I would say if you're running or anything like that, maybe you could wear skins. You could wear the pants with the, it's like the inner underwear stuff that's, I don't even know what it's called, but you could wear that stuff if that's going to help. But honestly, like, I wouldn't say there's really a specific type of exercise underwear that I know of anyways. You might be able to find one. Just try skins. You can get skins from Rebel, Kmart, any of those places. I don't really know where you shop, so it's really up to you what you want to get. But they're probably the two best things I would recommend. Like, I can't really think about anything else that I would be using when it comes to exercise. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But just going back to the main point of the caffeine, that's what I would say. So there's that. There's a workout question, and the other question he asked me was, hot showers. What do I think of hot showers after a workout? Are they detrimental? Are they bad? I would say no. If you want to have a shower after a workout, absolutely go for it. What you actually don't want to do is have a cold shower after a workout, because what cold does is it reduces inflammation. And what you want is you want inflammation after a workout, because that's what's going to help break down the muscle and make it grow after you rest. So having a cold shower is actually going to stop inflammation and is actually going to stop muscle growth, which is what you do not want, okay? So that's a really key point that I thought I'd make there, is when it comes to inflammation, you want to keep it elevated after a workout. So that means no anti-inflammatories, that means no vitamin C, that means no, what's the other word called, turmeric or anything like that, and just have a normal shower. Like, I don't think a shower is going to be detrimental as long as it's not freezing cold, like I said. And basically, that's going to be the biggest thing that I think can help you out. And they were the questions that came in. So that's pretty much it on that half. Guys, the biggest thing is just try and get, like, in order of importance, I would say it goes nutrition, sleep, and then workout. Because nutrition is going to be the most important thing for losing weight, right? You have to eat less than you burn. Sleep is going to help regulate hormones in your body. Sleep is going to help you with hunger cravings, especially when those times you get really, really hungry. So when you have good, adequate sleep, you're not going to be craving sugary food to keep you awake. You're not going to be craving any of that stuff. So sleep is going to be really important for you. And then working out, because if you don't have good sleep, you're not going to want to go and work out. You're not going to have the energy. You're going to be relying on caffeine. And it's going through this vicious cycle. So focus on the nutrition first, then go towards the workout side of things. Then go towards the sleep, then go towards the workout. Manage it in that side of things, and it's going to be much, much easier for you to hit your goals, for you to achieve your goals, and for you to keep the goals, okay? So that's the most important thing. Don't focus on all the other little things until you nail those big rocks. Nutrition, then sleep, then working out. Cool. I hope that was helpful. I'm keeping myself consistent. I'm doing the daily videos. You keep yourself consistent with the exercise, and we can go from there. So if you guys have any questions for tomorrow's live, make sure to comment down below. Make sure to send me a DM. I'm happy to help you out. I'm happy to answer them. And before I go, don't forget to download your free program from tysonbrown.com.au/bundle. All right, guys, have a great day, and I'll speak to you next time.